Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Dr. Ong. And my name is Kian, and this is my assignment 1 reflective video. So first and foremost, I would like to start with my group, which is the Gen Z Playbook for Professionalism group. And then our speakers, we have Andrew Ngor from Stone & Co., which is a fashion brand with like a lot of clothing and selling accessories. And Andrew Ngor himself, he also quite active at this kind of event, like a discussion event or some charity event outside. And that's for Andrew Ngor. So he's our host for our main speaker for the panel discussion, which is our session 2. And then continue, we have Jocelyn from Hirely. She also our main speaker from panel discussion, and also our main speaker for the first session, which is for the students to learn about what kind of occasion, what kind of dressing is more appropriate. So yeah, Jocelyn from Hirely itself is a platform for people to find job by just like upload their resume, and they can did their work personality test to try out, like to test out like what kind of working environment suits you and what kind of working type suits you. So that's from Jocelyn from Hirely. And then for Cecilia from Bush Clothing, so she has an online platform for selling clothes and also selling accessories as well. But the difference is she's not the so-called a fashion brand, but the online platform to selling clothes. And she also a very experienced person, so that we invite her to do one of our main speaker for our first session, which is let the Gen Z to learn about what kind of occasion, what kind of dressing kind of things. So this is our campaign objective and also our speaker background. And then moving on, for 3 things that I've learned from this event is, firstly is our planning. I want to do a quick shout out to our group leader Hongze and Melissa. So basically they did like most of the planning, and how they plan things ahead, and especially this kind of a sponsor, they have a pre-event activities happening, which is quite a big project in like that short time. So like we are quite stressed out that time, but yeah, they have a good planning so that we can just do our execution as soon as possible. And I think almost all of the things is we do it immediately, so without their planning we can't do that. And then the second thing is back to our task delegation. So I'm a marketing leader, so usually the marketing team, they are the most the people who doing most of the work. But this time I think with the very good planning and also very good task delegation, I'm able to to delegate our tasks as soon as possible, and people can just run, because I have a very clear and straightforward planning ahead, so that I can do my task dedication well as well. Yeah. So the third things I've learned from this event is I would say like our teamwork is very good, because to be honest, we have a slightly delay at the beginning of our event. We have a 10 minutes late, but yeah, we didn't stress out, but we are able to get our time back on track and back on our schedule, so we are able to finish it on time. So the teamwork that we having that day, I think is very good for me, and I do learn a lot from that. So apart from that, we are moving on to our group 1, which is the Who Are You group. So their speaker is Fiona from Hugo. Yeah, Fiona from Hugo. So basically what they are doing is color analysis, like what kind of color tone makes you brighter and makes you look more confident, instead of like making you darker, like num like that. So this is their campaign objective and their main speaker background. So basically 3 things I've learned from this event is, firstly is the importance of following event agenda, because I think they made a mistake in the event agenda, which is they didn't let Dr. Ong to give an appreciation speech to our special guests and to our speakers, and even for lecturers who came and support our FYP. So this is quite a big issue, as in because this is a college event, so it's quite serious, I would say. So that's the first one. And the second one, I think, is the planning of the event. It's very important also. It's what I found is very crucial when it didn't like foresee the situation. So in this case, I would say it's the photo taking session, because to be honest, it's really seems like unstructured, and because there are no people giving clear instruction until Isaac came and take the leads. So that's the second things. And the third things I think I can learn about is they have a very good MC, and she definitely shows me how a good MC should look like, and how should I expect as in like what should I expect from a good MC. So yeah, she did give a very clear image for me to she give a very good image for me to understand what a good MC looks like. So that's for group Hugo, group Hugh are you. And then lastly, for our MBTI group, so their speaker is Dr. Alvin, and I believe he delivered a lot of training across Malaysia, Singapore, and Jakarta, and he himself also a professor. And then they have another special guest for their panel discussion, which is Zheng Yu. I think she came from an event company, and also I think event company from Nila, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so there's their speaker background, and of course with this title name MBTI, we know that their campaign objective is analyze your MBTI and how does MBTI help in your career. Yes. So the three things I've learned from that event, firstly, is the study of the speakers. They did quite a good job, because Dr. Alvin, I think he is the speaker with the most interactive speakers among all of the three groups. Yeah, and then but a little bit drawback is, which also the second things I learned, is make sure your speakers hold mics, because sometimes because he's not holding the mic all the time, most of the time, so it caused like a little bit of difficulties for the people to listen clearly what he said, because he talked quite fast at the moment. And we have some distance, right? So this is the second things I learned, like make sure to inform your speakers, or make sure your speakers is able to use the mic all the time. And then the third thing I've learned is I think in planning, is it called planning? I would say planning, but it's actually, I think instead of panel discussion, they have something else which is more suitable for in term of panel discussion. Because in this session, the panel discussion session, I felt it's a bit, the moderator didn't really do a good job, and also the speakers seems to not be the best choice for panel discussion. So instead, why not we try other things that more suits these speakers? Because as Dr. Alvin, he is able to do a lot of interactions, and he's a very good speaker when he's sharing alone. But when he comes to panel discussion, it seems like a bit drawback lah, I would say. Yeah, so these are three things I learned from this group. And overall, all the three group, I think we did a very great job in that short period of time. I think just 1 month plus, it's not even 2 months, we are able to come up with an event. It's quite mature, maybe here and there a bit of glitch, but I think for our first time, it's a very good job. And that's for my feedback and my reflections for all of the three events. And thank you, Dr. Ong.